we talk of disruption, a lot of people think of disruption only in terms of business. People don't think that personal disruption is the thing. When we hear of disruption, we're thinking of new business models that come to the marketplace, like maybe your Uber, your Airbnb, and disrupt the whole marketplace. That's all we're thinking about. But personal disruption can also happen where you as an individual, you want to pivot, you want to change, then you start asking yourself the hard questions. Okay, can I be automated? Can the position I'm currently holding at work be automated? That's a scary question to ask, right? Can I be replaced by a machine? You're scared of even asking that because you don't want to come to face with the reality that it can happen to you. But these are questions I wanted people to start asking. Maybe you are in school. Ask yourself, what you're currently studying in school. By the time you graduate, will it still be relevant for the marketplace? These are the hard questions I wanted people to think, because personal disruption is really about forward thinking. A lot of times, people who are going back to school are thinking in the past, not in the future. And I can give an example for maybe those who are doing accounting or something like that. They're thinking of how accounting used to be the thing in the past. They're not thinking that now and in the future, there are softwares that can do accounting better than any human. So most people are going back to school, they're not asking themselves, this thing I'm going to do back in school, will it still be relevant 5 years from now? Will it still be relevant 10 years from now? They are thinking based on the past, on how this certificate helped their parents, or how this, being a doctor was a thing in the past. But now we have wearables and smart things that can totally detect things in our bodies without us needing to go to a doctor. Am I right? And then someone will be thinking, okay, I think I want to be a doctor, without really thinking about the future of how technology is going to affect that particular industry. So I wanted us to start having these conversations. How is technology going to affect the industry in which I am? I'm speaking to finance professionals, right? Ask the question, how is technology changing the finance industry? What technologies are changing the finance industry? How can I become part of that change? How can I become part of that disruption? How do I make sure I stay relevant? These are questions I wanted us to start having, and asking ourselves, because we are in the new era. And if you look at this image, you will see the different technologies that are driving change, that are driving disruption, digital disruption, and all of that. And I'm not here to speak on any of those technologies. If you want someone else to speak on those technologies, I'm not the person for that. You will look for an expert for that. I'm not an expert on any of these technologies. But one thing I know is that if you do not understand the basics of these technologies and bring yourself up to speed with where the world is going, you will be left behind. And it is not about technology. Sometimes people focus on technologies, like I'm saying. When people hear of digital disruption, they're thinking of computers. They're not thinking of people. They're not thinking of you as an individual, me as an individual. People are not thinking in that line. A lot of people are just attributing digital disruption or disruption in general to businesses. But if businesses are disrupting and changing, and individuals or employees or people are staying stagnant, then there is a mismatch. Am I right? Exactly. So it is not really about disruption. I mean, it's not really about technologies, but it is about a new era. Understanding that Industry 4.0 is about a new era. New ways of thinking, new ways of doing business, new ways of earning a living, new ways of interacting with each other. It's really about a new era. When you understand that this is about a new era, and 4IR is not about technologies, then you can become part of what is happening. But for as long as we keep looking at it like this is about technology, this is about technology, you know where we are pushing the whole idea to? Technology experts, IT experts. That's where we are pushing the whole idea to. But when you understand that this whole 4IR thing is not about technology, then you can bring yourself into what is happening. But as long as we keep looking at it in terms of technology, we will think, oh, this is for IT guys. No, it's affecting each and every one of us sitting here, whether you work in IT or not. And that is why I'm saying we're not here to talk about technology, because if it was about technology, an IT person would probably be standing here. And one thing is clear, the era in which technology was for specific people, like the IT guys, that era is over. Now everyone has to have an understanding of what technology is doing, irrespective of what industry you are, irrespective of what field you are. You need to have an understanding of how technology is working. When we are all called into different meetings or Zoom meetings, is it IT guys that come in and are having that meeting? No, we all have to understand the basics of how to use a Zoom meeting, get into a Zoom meeting. Can you hear me? Can you see me? We've all heard about that from 2020 up till now. Can you see my screen? It's not IT guys doing that, right? So those are like the basic things we need to understand about technology. And Digital transformation or digital disruption is not about technology. I cannot stress this enough. Digital transformation starts with people. It starts with you, it starts with me. A successful digital enterprise is not a technological enterprise, but a configuration of people empowered by technology. And that is why Unilever brought me here. It's about empowering people. Yes, you can do that. Thank you, and thank you for your team for bringing me here, because this is really what it's all about. I'm not here to tell you my story to prepare you because your boss is trying to fire you tomorrow. That's not the whole purpose of this. Okay? Let me make that very clear, because some people are like, okay, this happened to her. Maybe the whole reason she's here is to prepare us. Maybe by next week, I'll be out of this door. No. Can you come back to the room? Stop worrying about what your children will go through, how you're going to pay school fees, how you're going to pay rent. We are here to empower you, or so that you can be inspired and empowered by technology. That's the whole purpose of this conference, okay? My story is to let you know, if I can do it, like,